Quoting is foundational to profitable manufacturing. Prioritize accuracy and responsiveness with Jobman's powerful quoting platform. Select quoting from the settings menu. Here is where you will set quote statuses, which will track the progress of the quote in the sales process. Click Create to add a new status. Select the options from the checkboxes to define what actions can be taken when a quote is in this particular state. Check in the Has Value box will add the quote total to the value of the lead. Choose a status to set as the default status for each new quote that is created. The actions selected for status options are important because they control the next steps that can be taken. For example, a quote can only be updated when it's in the estimate created status. Now that the statuses have been defined, navigate to the Quotes tab in the User menu panel. Here we will create a basic quote that can be created on the fly. To add a new quote, click on Create. In Jobman, it all starts with a lead. This allows for better reporting and tracking. Once the lead has been created, select Quote from the drop-down menu. The description is optional but can help to identify the quote. Other important elements of a quote include the client's contact person, the salesperson or lead owner, the date the quote is created, the quote expiration date, and the tax type that is region and country specific. Select Add New and choose the type of item you're quoting and create the heading. Open the item and select New. Here is where we can choose the item type to add. We'll be choosing line item because we're creating a basic quote with no smart logic. Add the name or a description for the item. Add dimensions if you choose and click Create. Adjust the quantity and click on Cost to add the price. Repeat the process if you have more than one line item. To finish the quote, select Save Changes. Use the email button to send an email with a link to the quote directly to the client. With this functionality, Jobman gives you the ability to create, send and receive an acceptance for a quote within minutes. When your client receives the email with a link to the quote, they will have the option to accept, decline, PDF, or send a message. When a comment is sent from an invoice, a notification will appear on your Jobman dashboard with a link to view. Now that the quote has been accepted, return to the lead to create the job. To learn more about configuring Jobman for quoting with smart logic, watch the next video in our series and learn more about products and components. Remember, help is always just a click away on the User menu panel. Simply type your question and search for what you need. Here is where you will find all the answers and documentation to guide you. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest content.